Alright, Elite 3 here. Tonight is going to be a retro break, and we have a 1993 score select box. Obviously, hoping for a Jeter, maybe two. There's no guarantee, so we might not get any. But this was like 35 bucks shipped. Tons of cards, maybe some Hall of Fame base that's slabbable. So I'm gonna break the packs. I'll open the box up and show you the packs, but I'm gonna open the packs off camera. Basically, just so you guys don't have to sit here watch me open packs for like 7 minutes. And then I'll make a couple stacks, and then we'll get into the actual break. So I'm going to get these opened. Alright, so we got the cards out of the packs. The packs actually broke pretty easily. So there's the two stacks. We got the score select box back here. A neat looking box. There's the pack wrappers. I have to throw those away. I like breaking the packs for boxes like this off camera. So let's grab a stack. I'll probably just make like a base stack and then like a Hall of Fame possible slab stack. So here's one. I mean, if this card was absolutely perfect, I would consider slabbing this Cal Ripken card. How much would it be worth slabbed in a 10? You know, it kind of depends on how anxious you were to get it listed or sold. I think when you list stuff in auctions, it sells for less. But if you put it in fixed price and you kind of sit around and wait for the right person, you'll get a lot more for it. So I'd say like $6 in an auction, maybe 15 in a fixed price. But you know, one website I've done a lot of research into is 4 Sharp Corners. I think they have a great business model going with all their PSA cards, and they have a lot of like junk wax era Hall of Fame base, and some of them aren't cheap. I mean, I've seen like Griffey Topps cards that are like, I don't know, 97, 95, going for like $20 or $25, and they don't have on their site. It's all just buy it now. There's no best offer. That's a cool can. I think I have that in a 10. Yeah, that's kind of like one of the basic ones you should have if you're doing the Griffey registry. That registry is impossible though. I have a lot of Griffey's PSA slabbed, and I'm number 10 I think in the master. And to get I'm never probably gonna get top 5 because I mean I just don't want to have to buy cards I don't like to move up on some list. It's a cool list, don't get me wrong. I just don't want to have to force it. There's a Paul Molitor there. That's a cool pudgy. Moises Alou. He actually used to, what did he do? Pee on his hands or something? We'll put that one in a sleeve. I don't know why. It's just like a rookie prospect card. It seemed cool to me. There's a Tino. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he had a good career. Started off with Seattle, then the Yanks, and then did he play anywhere after that? JT Snow, a great fielding first baseman. There's a Wakefield. He's probably in the Red Sox Hall of Fame. I mean, you would guess. His rookie's actually 92, so there's another Wakefield. Jeez. That one's got like a film going on the surface. Matt Noakes was a pretty good player. There's a Sandberg. I like trying to slab some of his base stuff. I don't know. I probably said the word slab in my videos like 20 times per video. Sorry if it's overkill. Paul Molitor. There's a Doc Gooden. Those are kind of interesting. Greg Vaughn. I mean, this guy didn't he hit 50 home runs a couple times? He's somebody that I would almost bet the farm that he was on roids. Eric Davis. I'll put him aside. There's a Ricky. I've really liked looking at his cards close to see if there's any slab potential lately. That's a cool Mac action shot. Maddox right after it. I mean, oh, there's our Derek. Right on cue. So let's get this into the sleeve. No, I don't buy those. They're called like Perfect Fit. Not Perfect Fit, but they're called there we go. I can't think of what they're called of, but they're made by this company, Ultra Pro, and the sides like cut up. Easy grade sleeves, maybe, is that what they're called? Something like that. But I found they weren't that helpful for me. Bunch of bass, a cool Frank Thomas card. There's Straw. It's a lot of wasted talent. Didn't he get caught with drugs or something? Henry Rodriguez, I think he had some 30 home run seasons. Another Fisk, another Griffey. I think those were in the same order, pretty much. Todd Steverson. Another Toronto rookie in this is Shannon Stewart, who put together a nice career. There's Rock Raines. He's a Hall of Famer. I think last January 17, he got in. No, I didn't know that Alan Trammell got in. I was watching some Baseball Card Junkies TV, and they were talking about Jack Morris and Alan Trammell. And I went, Alan Trammell was kind of before my time. I think I caught like the very end of his career, but I don't think his stats warrant Hall of Fame. He was voted in by like some special committee. There's another Steverson. Yeah, he seems like a good player, not a Hall of Famer. But there's a Brett. This is Brett's last year. Puckett. I mean, this is just, there's Hall of Famers everywhere in this product. Moises Alou. There's a Canseco with Texas. There's a highlight of him where the ball hits his head. That never gets old. That's a sweet Piazza. Let's sleeve it. It's a cool Piazza. Not a rookie, but it's a second-year card. So that's pretty cool to me. We've seen a lot of the cards 2 times already, and I'm flipping pretty fast. We had this pack at the beginning, these two. Will Clark, he's not a Hall of Famer, I don't think so. He had a really good career, though. There's an Edgar Martinez, that's cool. And Robbie Alomar, who, Eric Karros was a good player. Hundley, he hit 30 bombs, I think, a couple times. John Jaha. Jay Buhner, he hit 40, I think. So many home run hitters from this era. There's a Wade Boggs. There's stories about how much beer he's drank in like one sitting or on flights. Here's one of the insert select stars. These actually look like they're ahead of their time on the front. Kind of got like a glossy, not cracked ice, but kind of just a, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a cool looking finish they did on these cards. This is a third-year Bagwell. Another Ozzie Guillen and Julio Franco, who played. Steve Finley was a really good player. I think Julio Franco played until he was like 50, something like that. It was probably like 46, but still, that's pretty nuts. There's Messina. Is he in the hall yet? I think he's getting close. Baerga. Another Dave. Serafini again. Karros, Hundley. The same pack rotation. Robin Yount, 3,000 hits. Second stack. This is a badass Tommy. I'll sleeve it up. Tomei's got some pretty good hobby, too. I think his hobby in the 91 Bowman set, his PSA 10's worth this. I think it's worth more than Chipper Jones's. JT Snow. Dave Stewart was a good player. John Olerud, he's got to be over 2,000 hits. He had a smooth swing. He always wore that helmet when he played the field. I always thought that was so odd. Kenny Lofton. There's another Fisk. I think we've had 3 of those. And there's another Griffey. Maybe we'll hit another Jeter. It's all just random, guys. I think you could probably go 2 boxes without a Jeter and then pull 2 or 3 in the same box. Dave Justice. There's a Salmon. And that dude, we just pulled him. So they didn't do an amazing job with the coalition back then, but think of how many boxes and packs they were making. There's a cool Tony Gwynn card. Sliding. Cecil. Didn't he finish his career with the exact same amount of bombs as Prince? I heard that somewhere. I didn't know if it was true. I didn't look, though. George Bell could hit some bombs. Ozzie Smith, Robin Ventura. There's Reggie Sanders. He was a good player. Darrell Hamilton passed away a couple of years ago. He was on MLB Network. There's another Brett Puckett McGriff. That's actually the Chiefs quarterback, his dad, Pat Mahomes, because Pat Mahomes the second is the quarterback. So that's his dad. Pat Mahomes' mom is white. I don't know why. I need to throw that in there. Tim Salmon, Gerald Ice Williams. Another Greg Vaughn. Here's a Smoltzy. Randy Johnson. They did a nice job with these cards. Pictures are cool. There's the Hawk. Andre Dawson. Donnie Baseball. Another Pat Mahomes. Klesko. Klesko was a bruiser. He can definitely hit some bombs, though. Couple more stacks will be done. Try to get this in about 13 minutes. It's pretty good for a box with this many cards. Here's another Piazza. Bichette. Not a lot of inserts at all. Jeff Kent, who his numbers might warrant Hall of Fame consideration. I mean, if Alan Trammell's getting in, you got to consider some of these other guys for sure. I think when you put Alan Trammell in, you're just giving fringe Hall of Famers the benefit of the doubt. It's a slippery slope there. You start putting random people in. He just got arrested. He looked like hell, honestly. He looked like he was like 70 years old. There's the Shannon Stewart. He was a speedster with a little bit of power. Omar Vizquel, didn't he get in? Juan Gonzalez, he was an amazing player. Another Shannon. There might be another Jeter in here. There's Bernie. Luis Gonzalez. I don't think he ever used steroids, right? Raffy. Smoltz. Thomas Straw. Chuck Knobloch. He had a problem throwing to first base there for a while. There's another Tomei. He was throwing it into the stands all the time. It's kind of like when golfers get I think they call it like the yips, when like they can't chip or putt. Well, he just couldn't throw to first base anymore, so it kind of hurt his career. I know he's on the Royals for a season or two. He kind of went from team to team because Chuck Knobloch was a great young player. I think he won the Rookie of the Year with the Twins. And then, he was a good player for, I think, 5 or 6 seasons. And then he kind of had the throwing issue. And it definitely derailed his career. I think he played for the Yankees, too. There's a cool Dion. Biggio. There's one of those select stars. That's Cecil. Harold Baines. I think he had about 2,300 hits. There's a cool Nolan Ryan. And I think the first Bonds we've gotten, that's kind of a weird photo. It's like he hit the ball off his foot. There's another B.J. Wallace. So it looks like we're going to go with one Jeter, which isn't bad. Another Albert Bell. So there's the stack right there of cards. Let's just show the Jeter. You guys have probably seen the Jeter so many times, but let me just pull it out, the stack, and get a look at the condition of it. So, I mean, honestly, I would say it looks pretty good. There's a little white in that top left corner. And that corner is not perfect. And that's just how it came out of the pack, so we can't do anything about that. But it looks like maybe a 9. Probably not, but it was fun pulling it. That's it. Later. I'm out.